Boss, we have an emergency. Many of our staff are falling ill. At first it seemed like a common cold, but before we knew it, blisters started popping up on their chests and... Damn it. I'll fill you in at the ACC. Just get in the chopper.
I knew we should have been spraying all our men down.
Look, there's no such thing as chicken sushi, okay, Miller? You can't do that.
Look closely. Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House? This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa. Boss, the situation is urgent. We need to quarantine the infected and contain the pathogen.
Oh, good thing we have two separate struts and completely different parts of the world.
Yeah.
How do we tell who's infected? During the incubation period, we have no way of knowing who's clean. You'll have to try and guess who's infected before they go symptomatic and quarantine them.
Time for puzzles.
It'd be easy if we just knew the route or
Oh,
vector of the
boy.
infection.
Yeah.
From now on, if
Have
you
the
even
dog
suspect
sniff
a
them.
staff member's infected, use your iDroid to order them into quarantine.
That's a thing, right? Dogs know when seizures are about to hit. Maybe this dog can sniff parasite worms.
They will listen to you. Of course, it's just a temporary measure until we find a permanent solution. But at least they'd be in solitary isolation so they won't infect each other, and we get the mental care they need.
Wait, someone on this base is getting mental care? Hold the phone!
I guess we have at least one person assigned to that. I didn't do it. Oh, man.
I'll explain how to quarantine staff members suspected of infection. Go to the Mother Base menu and select Staff Management. First,
Now, weren't you saying we have about 800 people on the base?
Yeah, we have 819 soldiers.
Already symptomatic at the quarantine facility. But we have to expect that there are multiple staff who are infected, but asymptomatic. So how do we identify them? At present, we have no way to tell them apart. But there has to be something for us to go on. If you notice anything, reassign staff you suspect are infected to the quarantine facility. We'll monitor them and then contact you if there's a change.
All right, sadistic vulture, you're gone.
Yep.
Asymptomatic infected will reduce the number of new infections. You should continue with your missions as usual.
You should stay the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Them should help us determine the root cause of this epidemic. Also, until we identify the pathogen, we can't fire or dispatch any staff. We cannot let this thing spread. Boss, get to the bottom of this fast. We're counting on you.
So yeah, this part can be pretty rough because there's a lot of factors to look at with every person who gets quarantined to try and figure out what they all have in common.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, like, the disease spreads pretty fucking fast. Even in just the course of like a half hour, like, you can have like up to like 50 dudes get infected.
Alright, I'm seeing that they're all men with noses. Does that narrow things down?
Boss,
I mean, maybe the male part.
it's a hit. I'm the human trafficker who sent Shabani and the others to Nzoya Badiaburu, where you ran into Skullface. The thing is, this guy might know something about the disease that's going around Mother Base. The symptoms are similar to the ones we saw at that factory. Start by checking the mission details on your iDroid.
Alright, so yeah, on top of dudes just getting sick and getting thrown into quarantine, which means they're you know, they're pulled out of their unit, and so your units will just start leveling down a lot. They'll also, like, after a while just fucking die. So you could just have like dozens of dudes just start dropping dead on Mother Base. And we also do have like an actual quarantine platform to fly to, so let's check that out real quick. Yeah, this is... I figured this out on my own after, like, a while. Because when you've got 800 dudes to sift through, it's really hard to pin it down. And... like, on top of that, like, when this game came out, like, lots of people were just like, tell me what the fuck causes it! I'm fucking sick of this! I have 3,000 guys to individually go through! Help me! There is also a point, like, if you just go real hard and progress through the game as hard as, like, as fast as you can, like, eventually, like, the game will just kind of just go like, okay, here's the answer. Like, they won't let all your your entire base die, but... You guys should be wearing gloves too, I'm thinking. Just maybe.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
how about entire suits? Your eyes are exposed.
Yeah, like full-body hazmat suits would be a really good visual, I think.
Yeah.
Boss, you need to stop this infection.
Alright, so... They do have, like, the building here. You can't... I mean, obviously you can't go in it. But, like, they also have some tents set up below, too. And, like, cages and shit.
Remember before, boss? When Quiet attacked one of our guys on Mother Base, stuck a knife in his mouth.
Yeah,
He's one of
I
the
didn't
very
like
few
it.
Yeah,
soldiers
it was
who had
awful.
Contact with her recently. Close contact. I don't think it's a coincidence that he was among those who became symptomatic pretty early on in this epidemic. Saliva and blood spatter, an open wound, mucosal infection. Whatever is causing this got inside him then.
Miller, that is a baseless accusation.
The source of the infection is Quiet. Everyone suspects her.
We don't know that.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
And we
Yeah.
come across these
I
symptoms
think Miller's
before.
reasoning is a good starting
The bodies
point.
in the water at the oil field facility. Those sick people in the beds at the Devil's House. They're identical to what we've seen while we've been after Cypher. The infection could have come from elsewhere.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but...
She does know something.
It's not like she's gonna talk.
Oh, there are jokes in this game.
Okay. Her actions. Quiet held a knife to that soldier back then, before he became symptomatic. There must have been a reason for that.
Because he was already infected and she can tell. And you don't use the dog, use the sniper. Yeah, okay, alright, yeah, he's catching up, okay.
But couldn't communicate that to us. The answer to that, the source of the infection, might be in the mouths of the infected.
You think there's some kind of clue in their mouths?
Are you saying everyone's been kissing?
But maybe there's something about the mouths of those who become
Look,
symptomatic. Something in
The only
common.
time I've been asymptomatic is when I had mononucleosis.
You can't trust her. Even if she can spot the infected, I don't want her help.
I understand how you feel. But this is something to go on.
That happened to me. I got asymptomatic mono in college.
Bringing her here
Yeah, that was from, like, cafeteria food or something, right? Like the silverware or
I
something?
don't know.
Alright.
I mean, never really figured out why or
Try to keep
but
an open mind on this.
what I did figure out is you don't have to say the word asymptomatic when you tell your professors.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I got some swollen lymph nodes and nothing else, but nobody else had to know that.
Yep.
The nothing else part.
Also, I really like that whoever made the quarantine facility, like, stencil there fucking forgot to put the E at the end of quarantine.
It's French.
Ah, okay.
Quarantin.
Maybe the dude doing the stenciling got the disease as he was about to put the E on, he fell off a ladder or something. It's good enough.
Gaining altitude.
Goodbye, Sinister Dingo.
I'll always remember how sinister you are.
Yeah, so there's some more hints as to what's going on with the disease and how you might be able to narrow it down. I wish you could just, like, you can't do this, but I wish you could just, like, CQC grab a dude and just drag him to quiet and go like, is he cool? You don't have to just nod your head or something. Give me a thumbs up.
Just a giant line in front of the medical strut.
Is he asymptomatic? Is he asymptomatic? But yeah. 819 men. Even if we know exactly what it is, it still takes like 10 minutes just to sort them all out manually. Yeah.
So is it like the ones with really closed lip pictures that you gotta worry about?
Nah, it ain't that. I'll for like another episode or two, I'll let you and other people watching this like guess what it could be.
Sure.
Based on it does help, like the default like stat view page for these dudes just shows their rank only. But like very early on I switched to the portrait view, which shows like all of their stats, and that's what you want to figure this out. You gotta be able to like look at everything related to their stats. Also, now that we're better friends with her, she has different animations. It's weird how when you're just slightly good friends with her, she does like the yoga, putting her ass in the camera stuff. And then when it's like you're almost like at 50%, she just gets like a bunch of like normal animations. It's just like, oh yeah, I mean, she already did this one, but it's just like checking out the cockpit. Quiet likes helicopters.
Well, the yoga was establishing dominance in the space.
Right.
It was a power move.
And the other animations is just like, oh, just crossing your legs and normal shit like this. Why does this come after the yoga shit? What? This stuff I understand, like being less like rigid in the helicopter and stuff, and like, yeah, looking out the window. But I don't know. There's like two more like steps in her friendship that adds in more animations and shit. But
I'm excited to become 100% dog friends.
Yeah. There's a pretty good reward actually for becoming perfect dog friends.
Somewhere on the Your job is to find and eliminate him. He's a logistics officer for the PF known as Rogue Coyote. On the side, however, he colluded with the Buta regime, abducting people from Mbeli villages and supplying them as slave labor. That's right. He's a human trafficker. His victims ended up all
and he's about to be my best friend.
Yeah.
Market, organ trade, diamond mines. And he was the one who sent Shabani and the other
He's only
kids to
bad
the
when he's
Devil's
not
House.
trafficking humans
But
for
then
me.
An Mbeli rebel group finally added him to their hit list. The target decided it was time to quit, and now he's trying to leave the country. If he makes it back to his country, he'll be no more than a civilian, and he'll avoid facing a court-martial, like so many other war biz junkies. I'll bet he plans on enjoying a new live finance with his blood money. The client's
Wasn't
order
that
is to take him out. How you go about that
that
is
War
up to you,
Dogs
boss.
movie with the guy from Insurgent?
Oh. Yeah?
Yeah.
This mission title is not nearly as cool as the last one.
No. That came from a random generator.
Boss, the target is a PF logistics officer who works as a human trafficker on the side. The client wants him dead. He's currently on the run somewhere on the savannah with bodyguards.
Are the bodyguards
Unfortunately, we don't know
elephants?
what route they're taking.
That would be
All we have
awesome.
to go on is a coded transmission sent by the PF at the Ditati abandoned village. It appears to be a workup of the target's security plans, but to decipher it, we'll need an intel file with the encryption key. This key should be at the comms facility at the Ditati abandoned village. Check your iDroid to see what the target looks like, as well as the location of the village. Find a route. Find a man. That's the target, the trafficker. He's a logistics officer for Rogue Coyote, but it looks like he's hired his bodyguards from one of their competitors. Why can't he trust his own men? Something doesn't add up.
Quiet, you should probably get out of the helicopter earlier.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to fall so far.
Alright, off you go. Go scare dudes with all your fucking blood.
Ooh, there's some good fellas out
Yeah,
there.
our heroism's getting high enough that these guys are getting pretty good. So yeah, this mission can also go by pretty quick, but we're, as Big Boss, we'll also be taking this mission on as Vapor Snake in a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna go into the village to get the encryption key and stuff, because
Where the enemy PF's coded transmission came from.
there's an optional objective for this mission that
Could have the intel file.
is just all about rescuing prisoners, and there's fucking 4 prisoners to rescue in this place. There's a lot of people, and they're all good, so... Also, we're getting some more dudes in, like, completely full body armor.
And not even worth it.
Weer daai hier soldaat? Lyk heel waarskynlik of dit wel die groot baas is.
Daai lone hier soldaat het die mense aan die praat.
That's
Ek hoor
me.
dit sy eie organisasie.
Ja, Diamond Ducks of zoiets.
Well, no, but I could make my emblem say that.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean,
Groot kokkedore.
close enough.
Vermoëns om te keer.
Hey, hey, you got something on your face.
Dis op jy uitkyk.
You got... hey, friend?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Really, the greatest operative in the organization is Quiet, because everybody's talking about you as this lone operative.
Yeah.
They don't even know she exists.
Like, the only soldiers who have ever known about Quiet were those dudes way earlier in the game back in Afghanistan who thought she was a ghost. They thought she was a hot ghost. I love that her powerful laser just shining right in his eyeballs. So yeah, the pistol I have right now isn't the normal tranq pistol. There's a couple different handguns in the game that, when you develop them far enough, have an option to convert them into tranq pistols. So this one is, I kind of like it more than the normal tranq pistol just because you can shoot it as fast as you can pull the trigger. So it's just rapid-fire tranq rounds, so, like, when you really gotta take a dude out, you can do it pretty fast. It burns through the suppressor really fast, though, so...
For when a dude must be taken.
Yeah. Like, 100%. Gotta take that man.
To dinner. It's a brand new ball game, folks.
Finally, the dating sim I've been waiting for. Love,
Fulton of love.
love can finally, truly, via gameplay, bloom in the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I brought this up in earlier missions where we've been using Quiet. But, something I really wish was a gameplay feature is, changing what tune Quiet hums based on the cassette tapes you've collected. I don't know. I just want, like, I think it was some idea I had forever ago where it's like, she can give you different signals based on what soldiers are doing to alert you via different tunes she can hum. I just want her to start tweeting. I want Quiet to tweet.
I also want her to start tweeting.
Start tweeting Quiet. Clapping emojis in between every word. I just want her to start humming like Man-Eater, and that's because there's a bear behind me. Alright, and this is also like a place where we basically have to Fulton every dude if we want to get the prisoners out of here, because there's just so many guys. They will very easily see the balloons. Except for that one. I don't know why that guy didn't get noticed.
Leave the rest to us.
And also, like, in previous episodes, I said, like, oh, I'll just mod out Quiet's repetitive humming, but I can't, because every once in a while... Oh, here's the first prisoner. Every once in a while, Konami updates the multiplayer for this game, which changes the version number of the game, which breaks a lot of mods.
Aha.
And some mods don't get updated that often anymore, so the Quiet, like, humming removing mod, like, doesn't work as of this recording, I think. Because, again, they still have, like, 3 people, like, updating the multiplayer.
That prisoner you extracted was a civilian abducted by the target. He says the trafficker is trying to make contact with a human rights NGO.
He said that real fast, huh?
Yeah.
List of liars. They'll guarantee his safety. But I don't get it. Why an NGO? Why run to someone else for help?
But yeah,
Just tell me when you get those blueprints, because I'm watching this icon and it's driving me insane.
I'm sorry. We're getting
Oh,
it.
thank you.
Yeah. Quiet knew something important was happening, so she stopped humming.
Picked up an intel file.
There we go.
According to this information, the target is headed for Gazeba camp. We also have his movement route. I've updated your map. Use the target's route to locate him.
Shoot that part.
Much harder if he makes it to the Gazeba camp. Take him down on the savannah.
Also, like, pretty much every single unit on Mother Base just leveled down a bunch because a bunch of more dudes just started getting sick.
Oh no!
They just got moved to the quarantine platform. It sucks. It's really rough. Dudes get sick fast. And we got another prisoner over there. But yeah, getting that intel file isn't necessary, but it does narrow down where you need to search by a lot, because, like, normally, like, the search area they give you on the map is, like, fucking a quarter of the entire map.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I did a bunch of dispatch missions earlier that, like, destroyed some equipment and stuff, and I'm not sure... I didn't know this, but, like, throwing that empty magazine, like, because I've done that a lot as Big Boss, that guy should have turned where it was thrown from instead of looking at it. But I think doing dispatch missions also resets AI behaviors like that, even though you can't, like, send guys to, like, destroy anything to cause that to happen? I don't know.
Well, you killed the military consultant who's doing the trainings.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
Well, when you hear a noise, turn in the opposite direction of the noise.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
And again, like, these guys normally would be shooting down that balloon, but they're not. They just forgot all of their training, I guess. They're just scared. They're just spooked by the balloons now. Another item I've developed that I haven't really been able to use too much are these mines. They're sleep gas mines.
Ooh.
You cannot manually trigger them. They just go off when guys get near them, including you, so you kind of have to move away from them after you set them. Yeah. Otherwise, you'll just put yourself to sleep very quickly. Fortunately, those guys didn't want to actually go to the mine. They were too concerned to follow that empty magazine I was throwing at it.
Come on, guys. You are in a professional quality Let's Play.
Fucking show off the thing I want to show off.
I expect a little bit of cooperation here.
Yeah. Out of all the prisoners, this is the guy you want to get the most, because he has a unique skill. He's a video surveillance specialist, which you need for, like, security cameras and shit for your FOBs. Right in the chin.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
And we got one more prisoner over here. It doesn't matter which prisoner you Fulton for, like, the info about the guy you're trying to get. Whoever you Fulton first always gives you it.
Oh, well, that's handy.
Yeah. Alright. Now we got this person off to get the actual dude we're supposed to be getting. That person really appreciated the balloon ride.
Okay.
Well, you gotta phone all these people just because you're high turnover.
Yeah.
Lately.
I hope whoever's in the helicopter picking them up tells them, like, okay, sorry, we got a bit of an epidemic. Just bear with us. Don't breathe, sneeze, cough.
We're not really sure what you shouldn't do, so don't do anything.
Yeah, don't do anything.
Really.
So it's Vapor Snake.
Hey, buddy. Someone's got a fanny pack.
Yeah, we've developed a new outfit for Dee Dee that we'll be using in a little bit. This one, it replaces his normal bite command. So when he's wearing this, he cannot bite people at all. But it'll come out. It's great when we use it a little bit. It's actually a very handy outfit for the dog to be wearing. But as Vapor Snake, we haven't really been getting too many animals recently. At least since we got to Africa. Whoa, don't... Glad the squirt gun doesn't really do much to animals, though.
Well, at least when you capture them, they'll be cleaner. Maybe
Yeah.
smell a bit better.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Vapor Snake has not been getting any of the, like, cybernetic arm upgrades, so he can't run as fast as these animals. And there's just enough wind up in the fucking $6 million man punch that I just whip it. Hey, don't hit my dog. Hey, don't hit me either.
Getting fucked up by a goat.
Whoop. So this guy's getting curious because he just barely saw me, but thankfully at our zoo, there were goat bleat cassette tapes. So yeah, you turn the speaker on your Walkman on and play some goat bleats and they think you're a goat.
You're right next to real goats and they cannot tell from like the tape hiss or anything that that's
Yeah.
not a real goat. Are these the people who like dove in the aisles when they saw like a movie about a train coming at them?
The cassette tape will work multiple times. Like the cassette tape I use for Evergo, the lullaby one that puts guys to sleep. It does sometimes break, and you have to pick up a new one, but...
If you use the wolf or bear, will they run from you?
if I remember correctly, the bear tape will scare dudes.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, I love all the stupid cassette tape shit. And also, like in Peace Walker, you know, there's the joke, the banana that you could use as a gun, and still hold up dudes. You can still hold guys up with the squirt gun. We'll get into that in a second.
I mean, all your guns look so fucking dumb. You don't know it's not real.
Yeah, it's impossible to tell if it's a Nerf gun or a real gun. I mean, like, all the like, trank... all the non-lethal guns in this game are, like, a bright blue, like they're toys.
That's the target. Eliminate him, however you see fit.
But yeah, this dude that you need to get is just... goes, like, in between all the bases. He's got, like, 5 dudes with him, and they all have shotguns and rocket launchers. And there's no cover here, really, except for some tiny trees. So it really sucks if you accidentally, like, set off an alert here. Also, there's, like, 5 million sniping points for Quiet, but you kind of have to pay attention to, like, the topography of the little map there, because half the hills you send her to, like, she can't see them from there. Like, there's just trees and shit in her way, so...
Well, that's a well-planned route, then. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, I guess so. And with Quiet, you still have to be careful about who you tell her to shoot, because a lot of dudes are still wearing helmets. And again, even though she's like the best marksman in the universe, she never aims for faces. She always aims for the helmet.
Pride.
I guess so. And we don't have any helmet-piercing trach darts. I think that would just kill them. So I'll shoot the dude with the helmet. I got him in the arm. Good enough.
It's a 2-stage trank bullet.
Yeah. Fire. Shoot that guy. The grass is in the way.
The first impact shatters the helmet, and then from inside it births a dart to pierce the skin.
Yeah, I guess that works. That's something that could happen in Metal Gear. I was hoping she would give me a thumbs up.
If you shoot anyone with that anywhere but a helmet or heavy body armor, it would be lethal. It would kill them.
trank dart just shoot out the other side of their body. You could trank the dude behind him, though.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, we could use some med.
Yeah.
How are you on fake sci-fi diseases that have no advanced symptoms?
Yeah.
Are you good at that?
Are you good at puzzles at least? Because even that would help. All right, got a squirt gun.
What's your Sudoku rating?
Yeah.
On the ground.
But yeah, I was really hoping I could get this for a take, and I did it my first try. I was really hoping that all the animals I was chasing would just lead me to the men, and they did. They're so useful. But also, I really like that, like, all the other guards escorting this dude, like, when you interrogate them, they just all give you, like, their resume. Don't kill me. I'm really good. I'm a really good doctor.
Don't kill me. I have 12 years customer service experience.
I was a pastry chef for 1 year.
That's the target. Eliminate him. However
I have a lot of experience in SharePoint.
I love everyone's, like, noises for when they notice something is wrong. It's just always like a, what?
What? Captain's waiting? I've never met you before.
You're pretty good.
Hold up, boys. We've got clones on the out here.
And when somebody is checking a decoy, they will keep checking it even if there's other shit happening around them. They get, like, locked into doing it.
Nice.
So this outfit that Dee Dee has, it replaces the bite command with get it.
Extract.
I love it.
Yeah.
he's coming too. Roger that.
I love that he does a little bark every time he puts a balloon onto somebody, like he's barking the balloons at them.
Incredible.
Subject on board.
I didn't even know that guy was there. What a good dog.
Such a good boy.
Yeah, it's really good because, like, when Dee Dee Fultons people, it does not use up your personal Fultons. So Dee Dee has, like, infinite Fulton balloons on him.
Oh my goodness. Where's your infinite ammo headband?
Yeah.
Oh, hey now. He's not getting up on the counter. He's not jumping on your guests.
Yeah.
Leave him alone. Give him a treat. He's a good boy.
I wish I had, like, a deployable water sprinkler for him to jump through. Dee Dee would like
Or
that.
just a bowl, and then you squirt into that, and he takes a drink.
Yeah.
Don't move hit me. Talk.
Give me something better than that. Everyone says that. I've heard that one too.
That's a lie. You're an orphan, and you know it. Oh?
Speak.
Oh, here we go.
All right, you're coming with me, buddy. I love holding dudes up with sniper rifles because half your gun is clipping into their body.
Extracted.
Yes.
We'll let the client know he's been dealt with. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
It sends a real message, and that message is, I'm going to hit one of your organs. Tell me which.
Yeah.
Talk.
All right. But yeah, I really love the Fulton, the tactical Fulton vest for Dee Dee, because
It's very good.
what's really cool is it's like you can multitask with it. Like, you can be in the middle of, like, fighting dudes and just say, extract them, and you'll just see all the dudes you're knocking out mid-combat just start flying into the air. Like, you gotta make sure that Dee Dee doesn't get hurt, but as long as you're shooting at dudes, they might ignore him.
Got your dog batting cleanup. I love it so much.
Departing! That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Oh, right. The, back in the mission when we had to, extract liquid, there's that blueprint I got right at the end of the mission, the first aid manual. That makes the Dee Dee's Fulton outfit.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
That's what it's for.
Our trafficker was very talkative. Guinea pigs. That's what became of his kidnapped victims. Says he got a good look at that factory at Zoya Badiabulu when he dropped off some fresh guinea pigs for them, along with our man without a face. His instincts told him to run like the rat he is. Said it wasn't worth the money. Figured he could be next. That's when he went to the NGO for help.
So this guy seems like the best person in the game for some reason.
Yeah.
He had an idea who he was up against, and he didn't want to take any chances. A true rat. But like us dogs, he knew when he
How
was in trouble.
dare he?
Something else. He said the specimens
How dare he go to some sort of international authority with, like, witness evidence of these horrible crimes?
Right?
Seen on the infected at Mother Base, deep in the forest. Maybe there's the clue we need to beat this infection. Boss, the truth could be right around the corner.
And yeah, because we got the butterfly emblem for sniping with quiet so much that mission. And now she can cover us. I mean, she kind of already does that, but it's like better. Also, we found so many dudes. Holy moly, I gotta speed it up. Doom Centipede. Sinister Hyena.
Someone was rancid in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want them on our disease-ridden platform.
Yeah, that seems bad. That is a good idea, though, to, like, maybe quarantine all the dudes who have that unsanitary skill. That might be a good starting point.